This is a presentation on conducting a personal security risk analysis. Risk analysis assesses the probability of an adverse outcome. In this case, the subject is an individual. The purpose of risk analysis is to set priorities for a subject. To set priorities, it must have a process that could establish the risk of one event as higher than another. This presentation outlines an objective, quantitative process that is quick and easy to use for establishing risk priorities. Step 1 in this process is to create an incidence database of all negative incidences that have occurred over the specified time period and categorize these incidences by type. The next step is to calculate the daily probabilities of each event, and finally, these daily probabilities are used to set security risk priorities. The subject in this case study is trying to determine whether she should purchase health, vehicle, or computer insurance. Ideally, she should purchase all three, but given her limited budget, the subject is forced to decide between only one type of insurance. Listed here are all the costly incidences that have occurred over the last 3 years and their dates of occurrence. As you can see, the incidences are categorized as health-related, technology-related, or vehicle-related. As you can see, there were 7 health-related events, 4 vehicle-related events, and 4 technology-related events over the last 3 years. The average number of days between each incidence was calculated based on the dates of occurrence listed on the previous slide. Then, the daily rate of occurrence was calculated by dividing 1 by the average number of days between events. The daily probability of a health-related incidence is 8 in 1,000. The daily probability of a vehicle-related incidence is 3 in 1,000. And the daily probability of a technology-related incidence is 5 in 1,000. Based on these daily probabilities, we were able to establish priorities for the subject. As you can see, given a limited budget, the subject should first invest in health insurance, because health-related incidences are the greatest risk for the subject. Knowing the probability of adverse events is important to many organizations. Many risk assessments rely on individual expert opinions as to what constitutes a security risk for an organization. This process is very subjective and may not provide the organizations with the most accurate assessment of risks. The process of analysis presented in this presentation, on the other hand, is a quantitative, objective approach that provides the subject with more accurate results in a much shorter period of time. This accurate, objective analysis is critical for organizations. Faulty analysis of risks can lead to wrong priorities, which can be costly to an organization. For this reason, objective risk analysis is becoming increasingly utilized by healthcare organizations. The process of objective risk analysis presented in this presentation could be easily implemented by healthcare managers to help these managers accurately address risks and allocate resources accordingly.